So we're going to head off with today's topic, which is, in my case, the art of running hybrid events. For the people who do not know me, my name is Anniko. I'm the account executive at NetworkTables now since October. And I'm looking forward to telling you some more, but especially also hearing your experiences on what you experienced the past year. But also like currently, how is the situation? Are we going back to physical events? Are we staying? This is the exact quote, which I took from the internet. What is stated, what is a hybrid event? Really technical people think it is like walking around in a virtual world like an avatar, but is it really? We're not sure. What we think the perfect hybrid event looks like is especially a focus on a combination of virtual and physical events, but also really important, a clear split in the virtual and physical events to make sure you run this two different concepts next to each other and not try to combine them all the time, like literally combine, but run it separately. Combine different concepts, which I will discuss with you in the next slides, and the flexibility for attendees due to the travel restrictions, etc., etc. We just need to think about our attendees, but also our sponsors, partners, etc., all our stakeholders of the events, actually. There are a couple of event concepts I would like to discuss with you. In case of any of the topics I pass by, you want to share an experience, have a question, feel free to either drop them in the chat so we can immediately dive into, or I will answer any questions after the presentation. And the first concept I want to discuss is live streams. I want to go through some do's and don'ts for each concept. And for live streams, this is a no-go to only offer a live stream because it's quite boring and people are just watching a screen without any interaction. Another no-go is running the live chat without moderation. So you have hundreds of people putting their thoughts in chat without any moderation, which is in this way, it's really hard to moderate the chat, which is a do. Moderate the chat and offer a Q&A with the presenter after their presentation, for example, and to prevent the live stream from being boring, offer it in a combination with online networking. The second topic we're going through is topic-based one-on-one meetings. This concept is very important when it comes to networking, and important don'ts are do not randomly assign people to each other or mixing physical and virtual networking. Make sure the networking happens either virtual, so 2 people meeting virtual, or 2 people meeting physical. The mixing doesn't work because everyone physical will be walking around with their phone or missing their meeting because they are having an informal chat at the bar or whatever. Very important do's for topic-based one-on-one meetings are organizing networking once online, once offline, as I just said. So in your physical event, but also in your virtual event. And let your attendees, hosts, sponsors, whoever are your involved parties, request the meetings themselves. So let them take the action to approach who they want to meet with. Are there any questions or experiences anyone would like to share so far? Please feel free to share in the chat. I'll wait for a moment. I see no questions coming in yet. I'm going on to the next concept. Feel free to drop any questions or share experiences in the chat whenever you feel like. The third topic is around table discussions. Important don'ts when talking about roundtable discussions is create open tables without topics. People don't know why they should sign up to a table or why they should even join. And another one is have too many people on the table, so interaction is hard. What is most important and so important is organize networking with a suitable topic. So a suitable topic to your audience, a suitable topic to your sponsors. Make sure that people feel engaged to this topic. And another one is, for example, let your sponsors host a table. Maybe attendees do not feel comfortable approaching a sponsor by themselves, or sponsors do not feel comfortable approaching attendees all the time. Well, they're not interested. Just let them host a topic table. So they have a topic both parties are interested in, and they can talk about this. Let's see. Next topic. I see a short comment from V. An agreement and agenda preceding the engagements important. Really, an agenda is really important, and combining all some of these concepts I'm just going through now, definitely a really important thing. And the next concept we're discussing is matchmaking dinners. What you see here is one live, one hybrid, watching a live stream while in a video call with your colleagues. Important don'ts for matchmaking dinners is give attendees all the control so they move around between courses and just go wherever they want. Or you'll forget the timer or show switching moments. But what is really important, so this is where you need to find the balance, is let your audience choose their seat themselves, because you need them to be in control of their seat. And the other one is switching every course. So for example, you're having a starter, a main dish, and a dessert. You switch every course, and every course attendees can pick whatever table, sponsor, topic they're interested in, and wherever they want to see. And they follow this schedule. Let's go to the last one. The last concept is job fairs. As you see, some don'ts for job fairs is show attendees which company attend only on the day of the event. What you want to do is give the attendees and the companies insight in who else is joining up from the event. So you want to give them insight in what are the job openings they're having, or what are your qualifications as a candidate. And you fail at a job fair if you do not offer a scheduling tool. So people will just be walking around. And another good thing to do at a job fair is offer group sessions. So companies can meet people interested in the same topic at the same time. So either if it is a position, a department, or anything you think groups of people will be interested in, you could set up group meetings. Any questions so far? I'm curious what you think. How you feel like, if these concepts are concepts you used yourself. Perfect. Thanks, Kitty. Feel free to continue writing your question. I will just go on to the next slides in the meantime. This is a poll where I want you to fill in what you about the topics you've just seen, and yeah, what you think is the next for events. So I'm switching my screen now. 3 short questions. You can click on whatever suits you best. I see people still filling in. Great. When you're done filling the poll, please write in the chat before I close or finish too soon. I see 5 people filled the last question. Great. So the last question is, my biggest struggle organizing hybrid event is there anyone who wants to give a bit more of explanation on what their struggle is, so we could dive into this? Feel free to say yes in the chat and I will enable your audio and camera if you like. I saw Michiel typing, but oh no, the third question is the last one. So then I think we're done. I'll just end it. I can share the results with you. I will just go back to the PowerPoint. No one who would like to share their struggles when organizing hybrid events? Because I can understand that you have a lot. Just type yes. Hey, Michiel.
Ja, goeiedag.
Hallo.
Iets meer licht maken, dan wordt het beter.
No worries.
Het grootste issue is vaak ook wel de mensen die online meedoen, om te zorgen dat die zeg maar de techniek op orde hebben.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll continue in English. Sorry.
Yeah, that's better. Everyone can understand. Thanks.
No, sorry. When you're having people that are attending the meeting online, they might be distracted by other stuff that they're doing, or they might have troubles in taking care of their technical issues.
Mm-hmm.
So to really get them involved, that sometimes is a hard work.
Yeah. What do you think helps for this problem? Did you find a solution yet?
Yeah, most of the time I use a Loom video to send to them to explain how the technical things work, how they can test it, how important it is, and how much we value their appearance online, and that they can share their answers and questions as well, like everybody who's in the room.
Good, perfect. So a lot of communication up front.
Absolutely.
You cannot see them and help them around. What we see is really helpful is you always have 5 to 10% of your attendees having struggle with their audio, video, any of their settings. And what we see really well is a help room. So in your event, in all your emails, you just put any technical issues, join this. This could be a Zoom room, a Microsoft Teams room, or any room in which you know for sure that your attendees can manage. And then having someone there who's helping there. So you just ask them to share their screen and help them around from there. To hopefully they can join still.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you for sharing your story, Michiel.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Anyone else who's having a nice story? Who wants to share? No one? No worries. If you have a question, we will go through. I see his comments. In South Africa, everyone will be moving virtually still. They will continue virtually due to the infrastructure damage. It makes sense. I think it's really different all over the world, how fast the maybe Kitty, you could share some more about what it is at the moment in the UK, because I think in the UK, all restrictions, COVID restrictions, are gone. Completely different than the situation they have currently in South Africa, I believe.
Hi.
Hi, Kitty.
Thank you for this. It's brilliant.
Sure.
Yeah, it's interesting. We obviously had our restrictions all got lifted yesterday, supposedly. My company, we're a small event agency. We mainly do live events, but we're looking into the virtual world. And with the restrictions being released yesterday, a lot of people are very nervous and asking for solutions for hybrid circumstances in events that we've decided to just go live in the autumn and not have a virtual element to them. So we're having to rethink how
to define the concepts and organize all.
And it's interesting because the restrictions have been lifted and the venues are basically they can choose how they deal with COVID, and so each venue is different that we're working with in the autumn. So we're like, oh gosh, one venue will say you have to wear masks, one venue says you have to social distance, one venue says, oh, don't worry about anything. So it's juggling that, and those particular events, the clients are no offense to old people in the group, but they are and they're not as technologically so it's
you need to keep it simple.
And even a year after COVID, people still don't understand Zoom. It's interesting.
So your biggest challenge is to get people online. Would I define it correctly? Yeah, to even like get them behind a computer because they only.
Or even like communicate with an app, like with
Yeah.
doing apps and just going paperless and not having programs or anything and just doing all on that and yeah.
Yeah, hard.
Something like NetworkTables, some clients will just not understand it at
Yeah.
all, whereas
Yeah.
I understand it and I think it's brilliant. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting the next couple of months.
We're gonna see how it evolves. I think a lot will change for like everyone, all countries, coming months. Is everything going to open again? But what about international events? What about traveling? When can we travel freely again? Or do we need, like always, to test before events, after events, for traveling? I think big companies do not allow travel even for some time now. So let's see. But thank you for sharing your story, Kitty.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, let's go to the last part of my presentation because there's still a summary. What are the most important things to keep in mind when you're organizing a hybrid event? Most important, split your event clearly. Create a program for virtual, create a program for physical, and do not try to match all these people or meet all these people like a virtual person meeting a physical person. It's just gonna be way too complicated, and your program is already complicated because you already have two programs to work on, one for virtual and one for physical. Think about organizing pre-events. So you're having a physical event. Pre-event, you organize some online networking. Then you have one day before, then you have the day of the event. And then after the event, the day after, you also have some networking, for example. So all the additional networking is happening online. On the day of the event, you just stream to your online participants, and for your physical attendees, they can watch the stream live. So they don't watch the stream, they watch the presentation or keynote, whatever, they watch it live and have a live physical networking drink afterwards, for example. The other one is decline a clear purpose. So you should give people a purpose. Why should they join physical? Why should they join virtual? Give them a clear goal of what is expected from them if they join physical, what is expected if they join virtual. If you're offering a physical event without any networking, why not just join virtual and watch the live stream if there's no networking involved in the physical event? So you should clearly define what's in it for the attendee. And as I just mentioned, with hybrid, your program is way more complex because you have two types of programs. So split it up in multiple days. That's just the easiest part because you cannot split yourself up as an event manager, be at two places at the same time. Create a pre-event to online, stream the live stream, and after connect something online. Because what is still the goal of your events is for people to meet the right people, for people to learn something from each other, for people to do business with each other, find their job, get connected, find their friends, whatever. But people want to meet people and they are really in need for this, I think, after the whole COVID situation. And in the future, why not meet more often? So why not stay in touch with the people you invite to your event and organize some catch-ups every month, monthly? Why not? Because there is a community coming to your event every year, every quarter. That means we've got 2 minutes left. And you want to stay in touch with these people. So why not gather all your events in one community to gather them there and organize all your events from there. So people can decide when to join virtual, when to go join physical, to have all your events gathered in one community portal. Because in the end, the art of hybrid events is all about balance. Find the balance between virtual and physical and keeping in touch with your audience, whether it's your sponsors, partners, attendees, whoever is important for your kinds of events. I still had a question for you before ending. Who is organizing a hybrid event soon? Or does anyone still have any questions for the last minutes before we're going to our roundtables? If you did not sign up yet, sign up on the homepage. We still have some spots left for the open sessions. For now, I really want to thank you all for joining. Feel free to drop something in the chat. Add me on LinkedIn if we did not know each other yet, or if you want to follow up with me, get to know more, have some additional questions, feel free to scan any of the 2 QR codes. Thank you, Kitty. Thank you too for joining all, and looking forward to meeting you all soon. Seeing you anywhere